What up? Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, peoples? Happy flipping Friday, man. Getting back into some grounded today, man, with Pinky. That'll be some good stuff. I thought we were gonna start Fallout New Vegas today, but that's because I didn't think Pinky was gonna get back until like the beginning of this coming week, and we got in touch last night. Pinky's back. He had a good holiday, and he's ready to get into some grounded, dude. So we're gonna get back in here. We're gonna keep pushing. We'll keep going with this storyline and see where it takes us here in grounded. And once we finish that up, then we'll get into Fallout New Vegas. Okay, so that's kind of the play. Kind of just switching stuff up a bit from flip-flopping a little bit. So instead of getting back into grounded at the beginning of this coming week, we'll just go ahead and do grounded now, and then start out Fallout New Vegas at the beginning of the week. Cool. Hope everybody's doing well. It's good to see you guys. We'll do the news, obviously, for today, July 21st. Sorry for the hiccup. I need coffee. We'll do the news, and then we'll hop into the gameplay, okay? Let's go ahead and do what we do, baby. Let's jump in here and see what's going down. Kill the tunes. And what we got for the news? Let's go. This probably isn't really a big surprise for anybody. Ubisoft quarter one net bookings drop on lack of new game releases. Ubisoft has not been doing great the past couple of years, to where we've even seen them. They've reportedly, laid off an amount of people. They've scrapped a lot of different projects. They've reduced the amount they're spending on projects. They are very, very heavy on Assassin's Creed. Not that they haven't always been, but they've got 11 projects in some form of development right now altogether, which is a lot. So we can tell they're leaning very, very heavily, even more so than they ever have, on, their iconic franchise that they are most renowned for. And I don't know, man. I've talked about it a lot. Most people know my feelings on companies in general leaning too heavily on a singular franchise. Just starts making the industry feel too polluted with it, in my opinion. It seems to me it's better to have a balance between giving people enough time to get hype and not making them wait too long, And Ubisoft just pumping out Assassin's Creed all the time. Far Cry 7 rumor leaks new game set in Korea. Davey, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Take a look at that. That'll be another Ubisoft thing right there. We can just go ahead and pull this up. But we'll take a look at this. Epic is taking 75% off select titles as part of its summer sale. So we'll look at the free games whenever we look at this article as well, okay? Yeah, man. Yep. Nice, dude. Tried it a number of years ago. It just, I think there's actually a decent amount of player base that has played that game over time. I don't know how big the player base is still. Pretty good. Oh. Yeah, they're about the 10th ranked most populated MMO right now. Rando moat, rando moat. You can see their 5-year breakdown. This is usually whenever they're going to be like coming hit some like new content or whatever. This is monthly active players, not concurrent, but monthly active players. Concurrent would be more like the amount of people that are actually online playing the game at the same time, as opposed to the monthly amount of people that have actually gotten into the game and played it in the span of a month, right? Which is what this would be. But if you're interested in seeing player base here, oh, nice, dude, sick. All right, Davey, that's awesome, man. Yeah, next weekend, not this weekend, but next weekend, uh, we're going camping as a family, dude. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, we haven't been camping as a family in quite a while, so we're excited. I hope you have a good time, dude. Be safe, man. Be safe. That's awesome. Last Chance Claim, one of PS Plus's biggest open world games ever. I'm sure we've hit on this already. I don't recall exactly what it's going to be, but I'll pull it up. We already knew that. Really? Yeah, dude. Oh, that's exciting, dude. Nice. Yeah. We used to take us as a family, the wife and I and the kids. We used to go camping fairly often, and then it was like there were things like that we used to do, and it was like basically after once COVID hit, we kind of just quit leaving the house as much as possible. So even though camping usually entails not having to go out and be around other people, it was just one of those things where I think once COVID hit, man, we really just quit leaving the house as much as possible. It was a weird deal. We just got into a groove like that, but we're trying to like work our way out of it and stuff, and so the excuse me. I'm so sorry. The camping thing, man, we're really excited to go out and do some camping. I haven't been in a long time, man, and I'm excited to do it. I'll probably just hang out at the fire, make a lot of food. You know what I mean? But it'll be good. I love bonfires, dude. Campfires and stuff. I love it. But no, I think we're probably going to go for a hike and do some swimming, fishing, and stuff. It'll be good. PlayStation 5 major system update roasted by gamers. Uh-oh. Roblox sends sorry email after 4,000 developers' details were leaked. Yikers. Kong is back in Skull Island Rise of Kong. Yeah, we've already talked about this, and like Davey just brought up in chat, Elder Scrolls Online, as well as Murder by Numbers, are free on Epic, and I'll touch on that. I'll bring it up and show everybody whenever I cover the Epic Game Store's summer sale article. Okay, so we'll touch on all that together with the sale. Excuse me. Well, look who it is. What's up, buddy? What's going on, man? Yo, you see what's happened now? And no longer does it say kappa equals, dude. Did you notice that? Steam Stealth Fest event coming. I know. I knew you'd be upset about that. But for me, it's one of those things where, like, I needed it to actually output whoever was, like, putting that in. I knew you'd be a little bit bummed about that. I needed it for anybody else that was like playing the game. If they were doing wonky stuff like that, I needed it to output everybody's actual name. You showed me it was broken a long time ago, and I was like, I gotta figure out how to fix this, dude. So you definitely showed me it was broken in a fashion, and I had to take some time to figure it out. He said, "Oh." You'll just have to figure out another way to show me that it's broken, probably. That's what Pinky does. That's what you do, dude. Yo, Respawn, you can get wrecked, dude. All right? For those of you that don't know, Respawn is the developer behind Jedi Survivor. And that game was a hot piece of garbage. Never should have released when it did. Get wrecked. Respawn and EA, get wrecked. Looks like the Devil May Cry stuff is discounted right now on Steam. Oh, for reals? Yo, do you got a link for it, dude? I'll talk about it. After like 6 years of nothing? Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, if you got a link for it, dude, hit me up. I don't know if I'll come across it in just our news search, but... RDR2's $20 right now, guys. Rain World's 10. Nice. Human Fall Flat. But here, let's check this out. Yeah, it looks like the Devil May Cry, all of them. Dude, Devil May Cry 5 is $10. Deluxe plus Virgil's 16. I haven't played this game, but it's supposed to be very good. I mean, you can see overwhelmingly positive, 95%, over 69,000 Kappa reviews. So, Devil May Cry franchise sale, check it out. Here you go. Devil May Cry 5 HD collection, $10. This is probably going to have like 1 through 4, I'm guessing. Let's see. It actually has 1, 2, and 3. And number 3 is a special edition in one collection. Incredible action for the first time in a blistering 60 frames per second. Whoa! Which, I mean, to be fair, these games are fairly old, and I'm sure they did come out in like a 30 frames release, probably. But these are iconic, dude. I remember I had a buddy of mine that was way into these games back in the day. I used to watch him play these. It's a pretty good sell, dude. See, there's Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition for $750. So basically, you can get $10 for Devil May Cry 1 through 3, $7.50 US for Devil May Cry 4, and then for the base edition, Devil May Cry 5, $10 more dollars. Devil May Cry 5 is supposed to be a banger too, dude. It's supposed to be very, very good. Yarp. Cool, man. Good to know. Wonder how long that sale's going on. Should have looked. Should have looked. Well, that's cool. We won't need to cover that now, but that's nice. New Xbox Game Pass games include early access to upcoming games. Starfield free download, multiple giveaways confirmed for fans. See if we can get anybody in on some free content there for Starfield. What? It's the mystery bundle stuff. Fanatical.com does these mystery bundles. Quite often what you're going to get are like these weird, obscure little games. You pay an amount of money, you get like a mystery bundle of games. Could you potentially get a banger out of there? Yeah. But most of the time you're just going to get a bunch of obscure little games you'll probably never play. So, I don't know. Up to you. Go take a look on Fanatical. If you want to do a little bit of like, it's basically like a grab bag or a gamble on throwing some money at Fanatical and seeing what you come out with, you know. There's a review embargo on Baldur's Gate 3 for when? Shut up. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like we won't start seeing reviews for Baldur's Gate 3 until about July 28th or 29th, okay? So, as we all know, it's not going to drop until August 3rd on PC. It's not going to hit PS5 until September 6th. And we probably won't start seeing reviews until right there at the end of July. That's kind of to be expected, you know? But once reviews start coming out, because look, I am really interested in playing Baldur's Gate 3, but dude, I need a chunk of time without anything else to play to really deep dive into that game. Um, like we said yesterday when we were addressing the schedule, I'm really interested in playing Baldur's Gate 3. I haven't played any of it. I didn't want to play early access of that game. I didn't want to play the game until it was like full release, and but it is apparently a massive game, and this type of CRPG, from what I understand, the way it's been developed, this is the kind of CRPG that I love. Man, choices matter. It's very, very deep in lore, character creation, and you know, the way your character building goes as you move along through the game, characters, party, all that kind of stuff, and the way you're chasing different kinds of quests and objectives and side missions and things like that. I don't want to have a lot of other gameplay besides maybe some weekend community stuff where I'm going to get sidetracked from playing that game. I want to be able to fully focus on a game like Baldur's Gate 3 if I'm going to dive into it. So we'll take a look at when we might be able to get that played. And we'll definitely be taking a look at reviews whenever they hit coming up here towards the end of the month, okay? Yeah. Witcher 3 held as gaming's best story by delighted fans. I don't know from where or what, but I will agree, and I've said this time and time again. I rip on CDPR quite often because I think that they do a terrible job in the quality of their games. Really, there's things that I mean, still playing Witcher 3 towards the end of last year on PC, it still felt really buggy. I had crashes. I had really wonky bugs in the game. The traversing the open world did not feel very good. Geralt falls 3 feet and dies all the time, even though he takes on like crazy monsters. Want full game now? Yeah, yeah, dude. Are you ready for BG3, dude? Is that what you're talking about? But I mean, the thing that I quite often talk about is that like it's really hard for other companies to compete on the same front of what I think CDPR does story wise, lore wise, narrative driven, what they do on those fronts in their games. They do a fantastic job. That's why they are popular. You know, if they didn't have the quality on those fronts in their games, they wouldn't be as popular as they are. They haven't done a good enough job over time, especially with Cyberpunk. You know, with the just terrible way that Cyberpunk released across most platforms, they wouldn't be as popular as they are if they weren't so good at their storytelling and their character narrative and all that kind of stuff. They're very good at it. They really are. Is BG3 gonna be multiplayer, dude? I think it is, right? Even the early access multiplayer? Yeah. That's what I thought. Thanks, man. So wait, you're not playing it until we play it together though, right? Pinky? You're not playing the full game until we play it together, right? Wait. I know, bro. I'm just messing with you. It's illegal. You can't do that. That's funny, dude. Yeah, the thing that's rough for me this month is like all the way through really October. I mean, what I'm kind of considering is not playing Subnautica and playing Baldur's Gate 3 through November and December instead. Um, because there's just so much hitting right now. Usually towards the end of the year, that's where lulls start coming in for the gaming industry. So something like Baldur's Gate 3 would be something nice to throw in there, maybe instead of Subnautica. It's Subnautica, I've been wanting to play I've been wanting to play that game for a long time, but it's not as and I guess it's not as much of a pull for me as like Baldur's Gate 3 is. So I'm considering putting Baldur's Gate 3 in for like November and December, even though Mario RPG will come out then too, Super Mario RPG remaster. I'm probably gonna play that on release because that's like my favorite Mario game of all time. It could give me a chance to like break up the Baldur's Gate 3 stuff just a little bit just to play that, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I mean, I'll bring the schedule up before we start gaming today and show everybody. I mean, we're just we've got so many games dropping, dude. That if I don't really want to start Baldur's Gate 3 right now because it's so choppy, dude. We've got like finishing Grounded now, starting Fallout New Vegas is like our long-term title right now. But it's like getting chunks of it in here and there while we're like potentially going to be starting Remnant 2, excuse me. Remnant 2, then WrestleQuest comes out on the 8th, so we're going to be playing that. And then Blasphemous 2 comes out. WrestleQuest, not WrestleQuest 2. WrestleQuest comes out on the 8th. Blasphemous 2 comes out at the like on the 24th or 25th of the month, and I'm going to be playing that. And then in September, there's Lies of P. I'm probably going to be playing that. And there's just a lot. And then October hits, and then it's Scaretober, right? So it's really brutal. And as far as Baldur's Gate 3 goes, I want to be able to focus on that game and not have to like pick it up and put it down. You know what I mean? That's one of those games that I want to really be able to just focus on playing and not be sidetracked with other gameplay and stuff like that for the most part. I don't know. Blizzard games are coming to Steam. We talked about that yesterday. Yeah, I talked about that. Looks like there's a limited edition a Marvel Spider-Man 2 bundle out there if you're interested. All right. Let's go look at our other search. Pikmin 4 review. Nintendo keeps it beautiful but too easy. I mean, I'll be honest, that's kind of the way it came off as how that game was going to be in the first place anyways. It doesn't look like something that is they're really trying to appeal to like a Soulsborne audience or anything though, to be fair, you know? So, I mean, it looks like a cute little it looks like what Pikmin's always been. It's pretty, it's weird, and probably made for younger audiences. So there you go. PlayStation update suggests High on Life is coming to the platform. So we'll see if that actually ends up happening. That looks like a little bit of some just speculation. It says could be coming to PlayStation in the near future. If it does, we'll find out and we'll touch on it. What? The Witcher 3 is completely free to download and play right now with both expansions? Free to play or free to own? Xbox Live Gold stuff. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's a banger of a game. The it really is good. The Witcher 3 is, and especially, I mean, both those, the Blood and Wine and Heart of Stone DLC, they're both very, very good. Extensive content added to the game. Both of them are great. Yeah. What? FTC may pause Microsoft Activision opposition in favor of settlement talks. They lost. What do you mean? Bro, they're done. They're an afterthought now. We saw this yesterday too. Invincible game is coming, but it's just a mobile title. That's all that's really coming right now. Collaboration with Ubisoft and another developer. I can't remember who it is off the top of my head, but it's a gotcha game. I don't think this is what a lot of people were wanting out of this, but it is what it is. And if you're interested, it's out there. We took a look at it yesterday. Looks like GameCube and Wii emulator Dolphin is no longer coming to Steam. They got a cease and desist order from Nintendo. Basically, I think is what happened, right? I think Steam did for not putting the to not put that emulator on Steam's platform, something to that effect. For copyright infringement stuff or whatever. And we talk about emulation all the time. It's very good for preserving video gaming history. It's not good for allowing people to pirate hardware and software, modern hardware and software. But it is a very, very useful tool, and it's very good for preserving video gaming history. And to be fair, you can emulate anything you want as long as you own it. That's legal. And Nintendo's hardware sucks. Their platform, their console is good. Their hardware in it sucks. It's old. So a lot of people want to emulate games like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom because, I mean, there's not really any point in us pulling this up, but a lot of people want to emulate those games because Nintendo's hardware is trash. The games, there are areas in which Nintendo games lag and stutter a little bit. They only play at take the games like the Zelda games I just mentioned. They are action RPG games, and you're only getting 30 frames on them. I mean, to be fair, Nintendo has done a good job at developing a game that feels pretty good for what that hardware is, but it definitely doesn't feel as good as playing it on a PC where you're emulating it and you're getting 60 or above frames per second at a higher resolution than what the Switch offers, and things of that nature. So it feels bad that people aren't going to be able to use Dolphin to do emulation, especially for preserving video gaming history and stuff too. When all Nintendo does is just take away people's access to their historical content and then go, sorry, you can't access it anymore, but don't you dare try to access it through any other means. You know what I mean? It's like Nintendo's just scummy like that. Seven years of progress lost. 6-year-old deletes father's most valuable what? Xbox save game. Oh, I gotta read this, dude. Is this the interesting. We'll take a look at that. Okay, let's stick with this. Forgotten Game Boy game gets new release. A game you may have grown up playing on Nintendo Game Boy or NES is returning in 2023. A forgotten 1991 game that graced both the Nintendo Game Boy and NES is getting a new release later this year via the Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series S, and X. In other words, it's coming later this year to every modern platform, minus PC. Beyond sometime towards the end of the year, we don't have a specific release date for the game, which is Parasol Stars, the story of Bubble Bobble 3. If you've never heard of this game, you're not alone. And if this is the first time hearing the mention of this game since the 90s, if you were around for its release, you're also not alone. In 1991, we got games like Street Fighter II, Final Fantasy IV, Streets of Rage, Sonic the Hedgehog, Battletoads, Super Castlevania 4, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Lemmings, Duke Nukem, Yoshi, F-Zero, and many other games. It was a legendary year for gaming. Amongst many iconic games, Parasol Stars was also released. Made by Taito as a sequel to Rainbow Islands and the third game in the Bubble Bobble series. It's available via a variety of platforms such as PC Engine, Amiga, Atari ST, Game Boy, and NES, but despite this, many have never heard of it. Yet it's set to live on in 2023 as Parasol Stars, the story of Bubble Bobble 3. Parasol Stars, the story of Bubble Bobble 3 is a classic platformer developed by Taito that first graced the gaming scene in 1991. So it's making its triumphant return to modern platforms. Yo, Pinky, that's dope, dude. Holy crap, bro. That's sick, dog. I like it. That's nice, dude. For more on the new release, you can check out its official website, which includes not just additional details on the release, but additional media as well. There's a link down there. I'll link this for you guys. Take a look if you're interested, okay? 7 years of progress lost. 6-year-old deletes father's most valuable Xbox save game. Always keep an eye on your kids, especially near of your electronic devices. 1 second is sometimes enough to cause a catastrophe. Here are some sad stories about people losing their beloved save games due to kids. Internet is full of stories about tragic loss of beloved save games in which people sometimes put years of work into. One of the biggest factors in these stories were children. We gathered some of the craziest or saddest experiences shared amongst gamers. I let a 6-year-old play my Xbox. They somehow managed to not only delete my entire Skyrim save data, but also like 3 other games. So that's Keck W. Is that Keck W or is that Pepe Hands, dude? I don't think I would be laughing about that. I'd probably be bawling about that, dude. I don't think that's Keck W, dude. I'd probably be like Pepe Hands on that one, dude. I'd probably be straight just crying into my hands, man. Forums all over the internet are full of sad stories. For example, one Reddit user named Flair mourns the loss of a 7-plus-year-old Minecraft world. Is it totally keck, dude? Maybe if it happens to somebody else, it could be. If it happened to me, bro, I don't think I'd be kecking, dude. About a week or so ago, I learned that my daughter had deleted my 7-plus-year Minecraft world a month ago to make some space for a new world. I let a 6-year-old play my Xbox. They somehow managed to not only delete my entire... Oh, that's the one we just... Yeah. I remember letting a neighbor kid at the same age borrow a copy of my almost maxed leaf green Pokedex copy. When I got it back, the entire save was wiped, and I never picked it up again. That was in 2005, and I still think about it. This is the thing. This is what I was getting ready to get at. Most of us, back when games had limited save capacity, right? This was the lesson right here. Back in the day when games had limited save capacity, this was the lesson. It was either a friend or a sibling, or like a family member, even maybe like a cousin or something like that. That's all it took. And you would have some kind of saved game, and it was like, yo, you can play it, but don't delete my save. And the first time you experienced that, it was over, dude. Never again. You would not let that happen again, dude. You know? So a lot of us learned lessons like this early, and we either protected ourselves from letting it happen again, or we put safeguards in place for backups and stuff as we started to evolve as gamers and stuff. Yeah, it feels bad. It feels bad when it happens. But I had to touch on that real quick. The Witcher 3 is completely free to download and play right now with both expansions. Who would like to play one of the best video games of all time for free? As part of the free Play Days promotion, subscribers to Xbox Live Gold, which will soon be Xbox Game Pass Core, which we already touched on, and Game Pass Ultimate, can play Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt Complete Edition with the Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine expansions for free. That's not all. There are a few more games you can play at no extra cost too, including PGA Tour 2K23, Cross Gen Edition, Meet Your Maker, and Tram Sim Console Edition. Free Play Days promotion will run for the entirety of this week from Thursday 20 July to Sunday 23 July. Other than being a subscriber to one of the Xbox services mentioned above, all you need to do is play any of the games for free, is download them to your console. Obviously, you won't be able to access those games once the promotion has run its course. However, should you choose to make a purchase, all 4 games come with a discount over the weekend, and your progress will carry over. Cool. If you're interested, I'll link it for you guys. PlayStation Plus subscribers have a last chance to claim one of the biggest open world games ever. Ask most people their thoughts on Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. They'll likely agree that the games are simply too big. Skyrim, meanwhile, is far from the largest open world we've ever seen, but is hands down among the most memorable. That said, sometimes we do just want a massive open world adventure to really get sucked into, don't we? As long as it's filled with things to do and not just bleak, you know. The good news is PlayStation Plus subscribers can grab just such game right now. It won't remain among the service's library of free games for much longer. The Crew 2 will officially be leaving PlayStation Plus Extra from 15 August. Now you only have a few more hours to download and check out the chunky title. Chunky. Thick. I mean, you could also just buy it, I guess, if you're into that kind of thing. So the map is an incredible 5,000 to 7,000 square kilometers and has over 10,000 kilometers of drivable roads, making it one of the biggest open world games out there in terms of pure skill. Game allows you to drive across almost the entirety of America, and it would take you over an hour to drive from end to end. As we've made very clear, size isn't everything. Should you want to check out The Crew 2, you should be aware it's not the most universally acclaimed racer. But if you're looking to kill a few hours tearing it up across virtual America, or are genuinely curious to see with your own eyes how big this one is, well, this is absolutely the best time to download it and see. All right. There you go. Crew 2 available. Not much longer, though. Check it out if you're interested. PlayStation 5 new system update roasted by gamers. Latest PlayStation 5 system update has been mercilessly ripped apart by gamers. Not hard to see why. A ton of features that PlayStation 5 owners would love to see Sony bring to the console. We've all expressed our love for custom themes before. It'd be nice if the web browser made a comeback. We even promised we wouldn't use it exclusively for porn. It's also worth noting that there have been some genuinely useful changes over the last couple of years. Discord integration was an awesome touch that they mimicked out of Xbox, as was the ability to manually upload, capture, and screenshots to the PlayStation app. But this new update, well, let's just say they can't all be winners. Released earlier this week, PlayStation 5's system software update 23.01-07.60.00 does one thing. If you know anything about system updates, you can probably already guess what that one thing is. It improves system performance. That's it. That's all it does. Hooray for stability, I guess. This isn't the first time a PS5 system update has been so underwhelming, and PlayStation fans were quick to rent Sony for the latest change. Installed the update and it made me stable, one user joked. Another quipped, my PS5 is so stable now it will never fall to the side. Okay, dude. I don't know. I mean, what? People are wild, dude. Maybe PlayStation should just quit pushing out stability updates for the PS5. Let your systems crash and get wrecked and have vulnerabilities. And, then, we'll see how many people start being sarcastic about having, being bent out of shape and being bent out of shape about just getting an update here and there that doesn't incorporate anything but stability improvements or patches for vulnerabilities and things of that nature. I mean, do you expect every single patch to come out to have some kind of quality of life improvement? I mean, that perfect world, but I mean, dude, you know what I mean? Give me a break, man. Just people cry about everything, dude. It's insane. What did you want? What were you expecting out of this? They didn't tell you they were bringing you anything else. So what were you expecting? You flipping Karens? Shut up. Jesus. Roblox sends a sorry email after 4,000 developers' details were leaked. This information was allegedly shared in niche communities. You want more chaos in my programs? Yeah, I guess that's what they want. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell people. You know, it's like, you know, if you don't want the stability improvements, then, you know, yeah, just don't push them out, Sony. You know what I mean? Don't push them out. Let people deal with it. Let these flipping crybabies really feel what it feels like to have a console that you don't support. You know what I mean? People are wild, dude. It's never enough. You know what I mean? It's never enough. Even pointing out all the things they'd done previously for quality of life and stuff like that. You know, it's a patch comes out afterwards where they didn't incorporate anything other than just some stability stuff, and people are like, you know, it's not enough. Yeah, this isn't good, dude. Roblox sends sorry email after 4,000 developers' details were leaked on Roblox. A leak that revealed the personal details of almost 4,000 Roblox developers has been exposed by a recent report. Troy Hunt, the creator of the Have I Been Pwned website that lets people check whether or not their contact information has been shared online, spoke on Twitter about the Roblox leak that occurred in 2021. A total of close to 4,000 accounts who had attended the Roblox developer conference between the years of 2017 to 2020 had their names, phone numbers, email addresses, dates of birth, physical addresses, even their t-shirt sizes revealed. Wow, dude. Hunt said that an anonymous source corroborated that the personal information didn't spread outside of niche Roblox communities. However, PC Gamer claimed that Roblox Corporation did not publicly acknowledge the security flaw or share the incident with developers at the time that it happened. Of course not, because they didn't want to look bad. Looks like @Roblox has now disclosed a comment sent to me with the following explanation. Roblox has now contacted everyone affected. Minimally affected users just got a sorry email. For more seriously affected users, they got a year of identity protection and an apology for everyone. Ellipses. Hunt, on the other hand, received a report that minimally affected users were given a sorry email, whereas more seriously affected users got a year of identity protection. Roblox Corporation has hit headlines for a number of reasons regarding its substandard controls for children's content, a lawsuit involving the exploitation of a 10-year-old, and paring over 75% of the profits, over 75% of the profits from user-generated games. Yeah. Roblox, dude, this is one of those things I talk about a lot. Specifically as a platform that it is trying to cater to a younger audience, Roblox has traditionally not been very good at protecting their audience. And if you're going to be promoting software applications, a platform, you're developing that, and it's aimed at content for younger audiences, for youth and children and stuff, that has to be at the forefront of what you're doing. You have to protect kids, you know. They're always in the news about something going wrong, dude. It's crazy. Kong is back in Skull Island: Rise of Kong. Let's see this.
There are stories of kings, stories of gods, and the stories of the beasts and their king. The story of Kong. But his legacy had just begun.
Interesting. Steam Stealth Fest event. Sorry, my bad, dude. I accidentally closed that. Let's read about this. Experience the journey of becoming the king of Skull Island in Skull Island: Rise of Kong. Story follows the young Kong as he begins the path of revenge against Ga across the landscape of Skull Island. Gameplay features Kong unleashing combo attacks, gaining new abilities, and taking on a plethora of dangerous boss fights. Skull Island: Rise of Kong is set to launch on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and the Nintendo Switch later this year. Rise of Kong is available to pre-order now for $40 at major retailers. Digital deluxe version of the game, entitled the Colossal Edition, will be coming up for pre-order soon at $50 US. This edition includes 8 exclusive film grains featuring the ability to experience a red-tinted rage mode and the original look of the classic 1933 and 1970s era King Kong films. Kong style pack with 8 different colors so you can choose your own Kong, a boss rush mode allowing you to defeat all the titans of Skull Island, and a behind the scenes exclusive pack including looks at in-game artwork and the all original orchestral soundtrack. Cool. You wanted this here. Steam Stealth Fest event coming soon. Steam is hosting the Stealth Fest from July 24th to the 31st, giving players discounts and demos for hit stealth games. Steam is known for running massive sales for PC players throughout the year, often themed around different seasons or holidays. For example, the summer sale is always a hit, as is the winter sale, which happens right around the Christmas period. That said, from time to time, Steam drops sales based on a single genre. In May, we had the Sports Fest sale, but today Steam dropped a trailer for the Stealth sale, which kicks off next week and features all kinds of discounts and demos for hit and upcoming stealth-based games. The Steam Stealth sale kicks off on July 24th and runs through July 31st, giving players a week to pick out their favorite stealth games from the sale. In the trailer for the sale, Steam highlights games like Outlast, Alien Isolation, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and Hello Neighbors 2, among several others. While all those games might not first come to mind when someone says stealth games, they definitely have sneaky elements if you go to the actual Steam sale page. You'll also see more traditional stealth games like Dishonored, Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, and Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun, which was given away not too long ago on Epic. No matter which way you slice it, there will be all kinds of stealth games to pick from. What's perhaps even more fun about the sale are the stealth-based demos you'll be able to try out. While Steam hasn't revealed a full list, looks like you'll be able to test out games like Shadow Gambit, The Cursed Crew, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That said, those games could just be getting discounts, but they are both listed under the popular upcoming tab on the sale page. Once again, the Steam Stealth sale drops on July 24th and runs until July 31st. Make sure to check so that's today, or 3 days from now, through the end of the month. Make sure to check the official page at launch to see which games get demos. Try to play them during the sale if possible. After all, sometimes the demos stop working after the event ends, and you'll lose your chance to try them out. It's not always the case, but if you're looking to try out some stealth games, you should do it as soon as you can after July 24th. Cool. Let's see this real quick.
Hey, are you any good at sneaking around?
Find out during Steam Stealth Fest, July 24th through July 31st. We're celebrating games that have you doing things like slinking through the shadows, or tiptoeing through grass,
Staying quiet.
and overall, accomplishing your mission, whichever kind you choose to accept, by remaining undetected. Explore great deals and demos on current and upcoming stealth games of all kinds, whether being sneaky is just one way of playing, or literally the only way to complete a mission. And yes, we do see the irony of talking about Stealth Fest by shouting at you and shining a big old spotlight on it. But here we are. See you July 24th at 10 a.m. Pacific for a full week of Steam Stealth Fest.
See you soon.
Cool. I'm sure we'll cover this again as we get closer to the sale and everything. It'll be cool. New Xbox Game Pass games include, again, so we touched earlier, but on Steam right now, if you're interested in Devil May Cry games, hold on. Devil May Cry franchise sale right now. You can get the HD collection for $10 US. This is all of the first 3 games, and the third one is the special edition or whatever. Devil May Cry 4 special edition is $7.50 US. And Devil May Cry 5, the base edition is $10. And the, what is this? The deluxe edition is $16. So, Devil May Cry 5 sale right now on Steam as well, if you're interested. New Xbox Game Pass games include early access to upcoming game. 2 new games have been added to the Xbox Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate libraries on both console and PC. Unfortunately, neither of these games are Call of Duty games, which fans have been demanding. Until Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard is official, this isn't happening. What Xbox Game Pass subscribers do have today is a game called Figment 2, Creed Valley and the Wandering Village. We touched on this yesterday. So yeah, both of these games are out. We looked at these yesterday as well. So I'll link it if you're interested, but you can now play both these games, okay? On Game Pass. Starfield free download, multiple giveaways confirmed for fans. We are mere weeks away from the release of Starfield, and if you listen very closely, you might just be able to hear guides, riders around the world sobbing quietly into their pillows. By all accounts, Bethesda's upcoming sci-fi RPG is shaping up to be a ludicrously massive experience, even if the main story looks to be relatively short. I don't know why people are saying that. Look, what we've read is that the main story, if you just go do the main questline stuff, you're looking at like 40, probably somewhere roughly around 40 hours of content. But, I mean, I think that to consider that short is not fair. I read reports going, it's like, oh, well, this game's going to be short. It's 40 hours for like the main story. And someone's like, dude, what do you want? Like, I mean, I think that's an appropriate amount of time to just give people that want to focus on the main story of the game. That's a good chunk of time, right? But that doesn't mean that there's not going to be a plethora of other stuff to get done in this game besides the main story. I don't think you want a game that takes, a lot of people that dive into a game like this want the option of being able to complete the main story in a timely fashion and not have it take forever, ever, right? And I think that they're doing this the right way. Give people the ability to get through the main story of the game, kind of quote unquote beat the game, if you will, in a timely manner, 45 hours or something like that. And then, still have a ton of other content to do. That's appropriate. That makes sense. There's going to be a ton of stuff to do in this game outside of even that main content. I don't think that relatively short is fair, dude. Gamers are preparing to lose thousands of hours to Starfield. Yeah. While it's already possible to buy and pre-download Starfield so that you're good and ready for that September 1st early access launch, there are doubtless those of you out there who are wondering if you'll be able to afford the game by then. Video games are, after all, terribly expensive these days. The good news is that there are options for those of you who want to play Starfield on the cheap. The first I'd recommend is getting an Xbox Game Pass subscription. As of right now, you can get a month for £1 or Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for £13. Given that Starfield is a day one Game Pass release, you can play it through for at least a month or two before canceling your subscription, although this means you will have technically rented the game and don't outright own it. This is, of course, a solid option for those of you without an Xbox Series X or S or powerful gaming PC, given that Game Pass Ultimate lets you stream games via pretty much any device with a screen. Just make sure your internet connection is solid. If you do have an Xbox Series X or S and would rather own Starfield forever, there are actually a handful of giveaways on the internet right now to win a free copy of the game. I'd hope it goes without saying, these are entirely down to chance, however, so don't go banking on this being your solution. I'm just here to direct you to the goods. One is being held by the lore-filled community, so be sure to head here at this link, find out how to get involved with that. I don't even know what that community is. There's Starfield News Twitter account is holding a couple of giveaways that include a copy of the game, the limited edition controller, and a gorgeous headset. You can find out about those at this link. Various bundles with Xbox Series X and S consoles and PC hardware doing the rounds right now that come with downloaded codes for Starfield included. But after something that's completely free, those wouldn't be your best bet. Their advice from this article is to do a bit of shopping around online, see what option is best for you. But do remember that there will be a ton of ways to enjoy Starfield when it launches on September 6th. All right. If you're interested, I'll link this. Grab those links that are in there if you want to try to get some of that stuff, okay? Ubisoft Q1 net bookings drop on lack of new game releases. French video game producer Ubisoft, maker of the blockbuster Assassin's Creed franchise, on Thursday posted an 8.7% decline in net bookings in its first quarter, blaming a lack of new game releases. It is explained quite simply by the fact that we did not launch a game this trimester. Finance chief Frederic Duguay told, I might have butchered that, sorry, told journalists in a call, adding that Ubisoft had been focused on new versions of older games. Net bookings in the April through June period fell to 267.7 million euros, or to just under $300 million US, said Ubisoft, which had guided for 240 million. Sales decreased 9.2%. The family-run firm, which has been dogged by the game cancellations and delays in recent years, confirmed its targets for the 2023-24 financial year and said it expects second quarter net bookings to increase to 350 million euros. The group said it doesn't expect any delays in games releases scheduled for the current financial year, including premium games like Assassin's Creed Mirage, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, and Skull and Bones. Does anybody actually believe Skull and Bones will release ever? Skull and Bones is a game that has had like 7 or 8 delays at this point, even after having its own hour-and-a-half long dedicated showcase last year. I'm sorry, dude, Ubi, but I mean, forgive me if I don't believe you will ever release this game because of what you've done with it so far. I mean, they probably will, but I mean, can anybody actually bank on that? Come on, man. Asked on the development of its artificial intelligence tool, Duguay said the company was well positioned and that it had accumulated proprietary data on its big games for a long time. In March, the group announced Ghostwriter, an in-house AI tool designed to write first drafts of non-playable character dialogue, and it's aimed to implement it into future games. We'll see what happens with Ubi, dude. They've been kind of on a slippery slope for the past couple of years. They've had issues on profitability. They've been cutting out, they've had some losses. They're leaning really heavily on those titles, those IPs that have been successful for them in the long term, and they're having a hard time with, I feel like, a lot of new titles. They were one of the biggest names being thrown around last year in the industry as far as big developers that could potentially get bought out, and I still think they're in that realm. If they do get bought out, it'll be Tencent, I really think. Tencent already has invested a lot into their company. Tencent doesn't really care to have them as far as like for their development side. Tencent's one of those companies that wants them for their IPs. And we'll see what happens. I think that if, this year, if they don't turn stuff around pretty well, they're really going to have to take a hard look at selling out. More than likely. They've had a rough time, man. Far Cry 7 rumor leaks new game set in Korea. So a new Far Cry 7 rumor has surfaced online, and it comes from an anonymous source. This hasn't stopped it from making the rounds. According to the rumor, the game is called Far Cry Rise and was set on a fictional island in the Yellow Sea next to Korea, and that has been taken over by North Korean insurgents. If this sounds like a more contentious elevator pitch than most games in the series, it is. The aim could be to replicate the success of Far Cry 5, which sparked many controversies for being set in the US. That said, on the back of these controversies, it is the best-selling game in the series by a comfortable margin. So there's a monetary reason to dip back into more controversial settings. Quote, in Far Cry Rise, you find yourself stranded on Kimsan, a remote tropical island resort in the Yellow Sea, taken over by North Korean insurgents and their leader Choi Song-pil, played by actor Lee Jung-jae, who has special plans for the people of the island, reads the rumor. In Far Cry Rise, players are put into the role of either Andrew or Mina Park, who are Korean idols that must learn to survive and save their sibling from the expanding insurgency. From the conflicts, you decide to engage in down to the allies or foes you meet along the way. Rise to the challenge and choose how the story of Far Cry Rise unfolds. Rumor continues, noting the game's campaign can be played with up to 4 players via co-op. Will release alongside a brand new experience called Far Cry Conquest, a narrative-driven extraction multiplayer mode. Far Cry Conquest is an open-world narrative-focused extraction mode where player squads of 3 have free reign to complete narrative-based missions, take on additional side objectives, engage with 90 other enemy, player, or AI combatants, and search for valuable items, all while fighting to survive toward escaping the island. Reads the rumor. Players of all skill levels can choose their own strategy to play and win in the sandbox mode. It's about exploring an environment where there are active AI forces and enemy players, performing tasks and objectives, and leave the island with loot, money, valuables, and rewards to build out your inventory for the next venture onto the island. The basic idea is to loot up and get out alive. Extraction. Extraction has become so very popular. We've moved kind of from like this realm of the trend of battle royale to being extraction, which is a form of battle royale basically, but it's just got some different mechanics behind it. And so where battle royale had become so very popular over the past 5 to 7 years, really, about especially the past half decade, battle royale. Now, I mean, the past couple of years, you've really, really seen the extraction stuff starting to take over. But they should add high-tech nanosuits in there. Which one are you talking about, dude? I didn't even see that in chat, bro. My bad. Which one are you talking about, bro? My bad. I was so focused on reading the Far Cry 7 stuff. Yeah, let's go, dude. Why not? I mean, at this point, Ubi needs to figure something out to really get people. I mean, there's a ton of extractions, right? I mean, obviously, one of the biggest names in extraction games is Tarkov, right? Tarkov has really, really done a good job with the extraction stuff. There's a big issue with cheating, it seems to be, in that game. The devs have had a hard time addressing, apparently. But you see extraction coming a long way in a lot of different realms. Yeah, Dark and Darker, they're in a bit of a debacle right now with is it Nexon or Nacon? Can't remember which one of those other developers. They're saying they stole assets, so there's a lot of, will that game actually come to fruition because of a lot of legal stuff going on right now. But we've got Bungie making a new extraction game. Midnight Society, which is Dr. Disrespect's base, his development company is making a vertical extraction game. I mean, they're everywhere, dude. So, they're all trying to. This is where it's getting really popular, right? It's already really popular. It's not getting there. It's already really popular. So a lot of these companies are trying to figure out where they fit in and if they can. It's just like the Battle Royale thing, Can they be the one? Can they be Fortnite of the extraction games? Can they be that? That's what they're all trying to do right now. Like, let's make an extraction game. All these big developers. Let's make an extraction game and see if we can make the one that everybody wants to be in. That's kind of where this is going. Last one I have for the day. If you guys have anything to add, let me know, and we'll address it. Did you get me a link for the TF2 stuff, dude? Or not? Anybody has anything else to add, let me know. I'll address it before we move on and start playing some Grounded today, okay? Epic Games is taking 75% off select titles as part of its summer sale. Hundreds of old and new releases are on sale for a limited time, including System Shock and, oh god, dude, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I don't think anybody should pay any money over what people already have for Jedi Survivor. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. No worries. If you end up coming across something, just shoot it to me, man, and I'll address it in one of the upcoming news segments. No worries. If you're looking to stock up on some PC games, you might want to head on over to the Epic Games Store. That's because from now until August 3rd at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Epic Games is taking 75% off hundreds of titles as a part of its annual summer sale. What's more, you can earn 10% back, double the usual amount from both game and app purchases, which you'll receive 14 days after making your purchase. The sale offers a fantastic opportunity to pick up some older games you may have been curious about but perhaps missed. This includes Alan Wake Remastered, the predecessor for the forthcoming Alan Wake 2, which is on sale for just $11.99, $18 off. Other older titles worth considering include Far Cry 6 for $15 and Red Dead Redemption 2 for $20. This is the same price that it was at the end of the year sale last year, the holiday sale. Latter of which remains a whole lot of game for just $20. Yes. You can probably get a coupon right now too. I'll pull it up and we'll see. So Alan Wake Remastered, yes. This game is going to be on sale a lot right now because Alan Wake 2 is coming out in October, and they're going to keep putting Alan Wake Remastered on sale across many platforms. So just keep your eyes open. If you're interested in playing Alan Wake Remastered or Alan Wake 1, and it's, you're not a PC player or whatever, just keep your eyes open. I know it's already been, I think it's actually on PS Plus right now. It might be on some subscription services right now as well. But it has been on sale on other platforms, and it will continue to be as we approach Alan Wake 2's release, okay? So there are some solid deals on a slate of new games, too, just in case you've already burned through the classics. Night Dive's recent System Shock remake is down to $32, while Dead Space remake is available for $42. Star Wars fans can pick, don't buy... $53 is still way too much for Jedi Survivor. This game is still broken on PC. I continue to read reviews. This game is still broken on PC. Do not pay for this game, dude. At least if you're interested, just wait until they've fixed it. At the very least, dude, don't pay for this while it's broken. That's at the very least, I ask you, please don't buy into this while it's broken. And Respawn, that are the developer behind this game, has already started developing another game, even though this one is such a broken, hot piece of garbage. And it was broken on all platforms on release. I think it's maybe better on console now, but it's still just a hot mess on PC, dude. Go look at Steam reviews. We've seen the latter sell for less. It dropped to just $44 during Prime Day. Just don't, dude. But let's pull up Epic real quick. Summer sale. There you go. You can see like Red Dead 2. $20. Yeah. Dead Island 2. Alan Wake Remastered. Borderlands 3. They gave this away not too long ago, though, I think. So most of you should have this already, as well as Death Stranding also. They gave away Death Stranding at the during the holidays this past year, so most of you should have that already as well, but it is on sale. Far Cry 6, $15. Disco Elysium, the final cut. Oh my god, dude, what a banger. Skyrim, $10. There's going to be a lot of other games on here too, probably. So even besides the summer sale, don't forget, free games, man. Murder by Numbers and The Elder Scrolls Online are free. All you have to do is have an account. Log in here and grab your free games, okay? Don't forget, grab that stuff. All right? Get your free games, man. All right, that's what I got. That's the Jam-a-Lam. We're going to go play some Grounded. with the man, the myth, the legend, our buddy, my name is Spinky. And we'll see. I don't know who else. Maybe True will be around. We'll see if anybody else wants to hop in and play. Maybe Ferret. I don't know, dude. We'll see what's up. It depends on who's going to be around today. But you guys rock. I appreciate you. Thanks for being you and being a part of what we do. If anybody's catching this content, you're enjoying it. We got all the other video gaming news segments, playthroughs we've done, clips and highlights, all that stuff's out on the YouTube page and playlist on the Twitch channel as well. And go check that stuff out. We always start off the streams at 6 a.m. CST every day, 6 days a week, every day but Wednesday. We kick it off with video gaming news before we dive into whatever gaming content we have slated for the rest of the day. So if you're enjoying any of the stuff that you're being exposed to, then come hang out with us, man. Got a cool community of peoples here, and we'd like to have more like-minded people come be a part of what we do, man. So other than that, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. Happy flipping Friday, and we will catch everybody tomorrow for our next edition of Video Gaming News on July 22nd. All right.